And now, the moment of truth is upon us. I have just completed reading The Bombshell by Darrow, Farr. And the only question right now that needs to be asked is, did this book bomb, or was it the bomb? Hello and all that good stuff. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you could join me. Alright, so guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but honesty is the best policy. With that, you may know where I am going with this review. I never, ever want to be that gal. You know, these authors, they have a tremendous amount of blood, sweat, and tears that go into their work. And since I have never written a book, who am I to judge? But here's the flip side of that, okay? In fairness, books are read by us for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, informative purposes, educational. You get what I'm saying. So, you know what? As an audience, I have a right to my opinions. Okay, so I don't want to discourage anyone from reading this book, and Lord knows I do not want to discourage anyone from purchasing this book. You know, I want to see these authors getting paid. However, this book was totally, absolutely, 100% not for me. I am not the audience that this book is intended for. Surprisingly, I didn't DNF it. I saw it through to the end. I can't say that I was invested enough in the characters to want to see what was going to become of them and how their lives were going to turn out. Okay, so the reason why this book was not for me is because one day, around Christmas, when I was out and about, I saw this gentleman in his 50s, and he was donning this shirt with a particular person's face on it. And I've seen this face a gazillion times, but I did not know his story. So, you know, in a brave gesture to find out who this man was, I thought I would just quickly ask this guy, excuse me, don't mean to be rude, but just who is it that you are donning on your shirt? And ever so nicely he said, you need to read this book. I happen to have that book in front of me. It is Che Guevara, A Revolutionary Life. It is written by John Lee Anderson, and let me tell you, this is a hefty son of a gun. But John Lee Anderson's writing is not comparable. I don't know if anyone could hold a candle to the way that he writes. I mean, this is a lot of information to digest, and I was able to do that very easily, in part because of the way that John Lee Anderson writes. Now, I just noticed this for you book shoppers out there. You may remember a little bookstore called Borders. That's where I bought this book, Borders, and it was $20 back in the day. I don't know when I bought this book. I have no idea, but the pages are yellow and it's worn. Okay, we are not here to talk about this, but keep in mind the length of that. In my reading that, it led to other things. It led to me reading Young Che by Ernesto Guevara Lynch. This is his father who wrote this book. Okay, Killing Che by Chuck Farr. I hope I said that right. Okay. Then it is The Diaries of Ernesto Che Guevara. Okay. And then we have Remembering Che by his wife Alida March. And then I also read Fidel Castro, My Life, by Fidel Castro and Ignacio Romanet. Okay, so now listen. This isn't coming from the standpoint where the girl is obsessed. No, it was just something that struck something within me that made me want to go down this rabbit hole and learn as much as I could about it. Like I said, I am a history lover. Okay, so now we are going to get to this book. I feel like that took forever. Okay, this book is laughable. This book, oh, at least 6 times made me want to put it down, but I didn't. So let me tell you a little bit about it without giving the jig up. All right, so we have a group of gorillas, and one gentleman happens to be a cousin of one of the gorillas, and he went and he did something that got himself in trouble, and so now he is arrested and imprisoned. Okay, so now these gorillas are mad. They want this release. They want the release of this man. And so in order to be seen, in order to be heard, what they're going to do is they're going to kidnap someone. The person that they kidnap just happens to be the daughter of a political figure who is extremely wealthy and powerful and well known. They come from Paris over to Corsica. Now, this 17-year-old teenage girl is a little bit rebellious in her own right. She's a little bit melancholy. She's sad. She had to leave her home in Paris, where she was extremely popular and had this magnificent group of friends, and she was the it girl in an effort to concrete what she already knows in her head. She's beautiful. Everybody wants her. Look at me. Have you ever seen anything so exquisite in your life? Yes, that is me, Severin. Hello, nice to meet you. Okay, so like she is highly conceited. They happened to pick her to kidnap, and as far as I'm concerned, as far as kidnapping goes, they hit the nail on the head. They chose the right target. Oi. They kidnap her. They give her basically a burlap bag to wear and shove her in a closet. They feed her 5-star meals because one of the gorillas happens to be a chef, and he cooks exquisite meals. They are eating good. Another thing is, I cannot pass a mountain without looking and thinking in my head that the gorillas I read about could be hiding in these mountains, and how would you ever find them? That's a hard task at hand. Not the gorillas in this book. They sleep in beds, and they take showers, and they sit at kitchen tables and drink coffee. And Severin wants to now join their league, but she has some demands. Her demands are, I need form-fitting Levi's, about 5 pairs. I need tight black t-shirts, about 5 to 7 shirts. I need black eyeliner so I can catwing my eyes, so that when I'm scaling these walls, I look fashionable. I could not even. I could not. I wanted to pull the plug on this book so many times. When she went exploring, she found a trunk filled with cash, filled with guns. She did make an escape. She could have brought the cash and the guns with her. She did not. When she realized that she had walked a complete circle back to her captor's house, you think he would have been furious with her. Oh, no, no, no. He wasn't. He was fatherly. He was lovingly. I was so worried about you. The revolutionaries that I have read about, if you so much as try to escape, you're toast. You are toast. Not severing. No, no, no. She is making out with some of her captors, falling in love with other captors of hers, creating some bad vibes between these gorillas. Perhaps I have said too much. I have asked my friend, should I be honest in what I thought about this book? And tell them that to me it's laughable. Okay, I won't get ahead of myself. But to me it's laughable. And I thought, you know what? Honesty is the best policy, so I'm just going to come at you. This is only my opinion. I would love for you to read this book and tell me what you thought. And if you think differently than me, you know what? I'm fantastic, wonderful. That is what reading is about. What strikes my fancy might not strike yours, and what strikes yours might not strike mine. But I love that we can get together and talk about these books. So I'm not going to keep harping on all of the many things that I think are wrong with this book. But let me turn my focus now onto what is right with the book. Lot of twists and turns, a lot of things that you are not going to see coming your way. Definitely engaging. You know what? As silly as I think that it is, it's unputdownable because I absolutely did want to know how these characters ended up. What was to become of them? I think you should read it. Let me give it a star rating. Maybe that will help those of you who are on the fence. So from 1 to 5, 5 being absolutely the best, 1 being don't even bother, I'm going to give it a 3. I feel like 3 is fair. I hope you do read this book, and I hope you do come back to this video and comment and tell me what you thought about it. I would love to know. Until we meet again, I have no words of wisdom. I was outside in the backyard sweating, and I was reading this book. Is it hot in here? And I think it is by... Who is it by? This is by Zach Zimmerman, and I can tell you right now. Okay. Whatever you're reading, I hope you have a ball until we meet again. Toodles!